What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a couple of quick duels for you guys to check out, including our first duel is going to feature Ad Ignisters. We all know that this archetype is going to be pretty much like the core theme of Ignition Assault, and the archetype is definitely very real. It centers around a bunch of like small +1s, but this archetype can swarm incredibly well. You will be using the extra deck a lot, and you'll be using a lot of extra deck mechanics, and their field spell is really what gets the deck started. It allows them to special summon any of their monsters as long as you don't have something in the main monster zone. I didn't think that this deck had enough extenders, but now watching it, this field spell does everything. And even though that doesn't sound that powerful because it doesn't provide any numerical advantage, it doesn't even matter because it ain't a hard once per turn. You guys will see that in this turn. I don't even think he's going to normal summon. By the way, this deck should not really be going first. You should be kind of going second. I'll explain a little bit more of that in the after we're done with the duel. Anyways, pendulums are up first, and I think he has a brick can. Drawing the Mare is really unfortunate. I think he's just going to go for Electromite, and he's going to get shut down with Impermanence. We already know that when Pendulum players Pendulum summon before making Electromite, that generally is a sign that they have a bad hand. But then when he gets Impermanence, your turn's basically over. And one thing that you cannot do against Ad Ignister, you cannot leave Link monsters on the board. Otherwise, they will fusion summon using your Link monsters, and they actually do it easier than Salamangreat, so I was wrong about that. Let's go ahead and show you guys what he's going to do. So first thing he does is activate Ignister Island. Now he can special summon a red one from his hand. That gets him a +1 monster search. Goes for Linkuriboh. Activates the island again. He's going to go for the yellow one. That's going to get him the fusion spell. Another +1. And then he can just summon one of his level 1s. Those are natural extenders. Don't eat up your normal summon, which again, he's not even going to use. He's going to go for that Dark Templar. And this guy is amazing. Basically, it has a built-in Infernity launcher. If you special summon to its link point, it gets the Monster Reborn 2 monsters or 2 Ad Ignister monsters from your graveyard. Seems pretty damn good. He's gonna go ahead and use it for the third time, the Ignister Island. For the third time, he special summons from his hand. This is the Armageddon Knight. So he can dump in his graveyard whatever he wants. Then he can just go ahead and Monster Reborn those two. He's going to go for the Synchro monster, but he's not done yet. He's going to go ahead and get another monster, and I think he's going for the Xyz. Yeah, he goes for the Xyz. Now he's going to finally just activate the fusion spell, the Isla Fusion. He's going to go ahead and use his opponent's, I think he used Electromite. Yeah, he used Electromite plus the last Ad Ignister in his hand, and that is an OTK. Well, actually, he wants to pop the Pendulum Scales first, just for a little, I guess, BM. I mean, I don't know, just a little bit of flexing there, but clearly he has game, and you guys can see this is why Dark Fluid Dragon is so ridiculous in this deck. He's got a Link monster, Fusion, Synchro, and Xyz all in one turn. I has mastered all the mechanics, and it shows within his archetype. So you can definitely go for a bunch of different mechanics, and that's why Firewall Dark Fluid Dragon is like pretty solid. If you ever have to go first, I think Dark Fluid Dragon is kind of your best bet. Maybe Dark Fluid Dragon, back it up with like a hand trap or an impermanence or something like that. But generally, if you want to go second, which is what you should be doing, you just kind of break your opponent's board. I think that maybe if this deck gets like negation, it might be able to go first, because I know that I has a Link 6 in the Vrains anime, which is now basically over now, or excuse me, it's now over, but I'm pretty sure that I's Link 6 is going to be the cover card for the last Vrains booster set, which is going to be Eternity Code. If I'm right, then that means that Ad Ignister might get more support, and maybe it'll get that negation card it's looking for. Anyway, second duel is going to be pretty quick. It's going to be a Ritual Showdown, low tier Ritual Showdown, by the way. We got Gishki, and it's going to be taking on Shino Birds, the most overlooked archetype ever, man. This thing being released in Raging Tempest alongside Zoodiac was like, that was like the kiss of death. Seriously, no archetype was going to outshine Zoodiac, but his opponent's going to go with Zilgagas. I think he's going to go a couple of Zilgagas. This is crazy, right? I know you guys like, dang, Cappy's dropping double Zilgagas. I've actually seen somebody use Zilgagas 7 times in one turn, which it's ridiculous. It costs 1,000 life points, but I have seen it done. I think he's gonna drop a rank 10 XC, which that's pretty much par for the course with with the Gishki archetype, because Zilgagas is generally like one of their best ritual monsters. It's level 10. I think that this was probably the best play here. And Dora isn't negation, but it is at least protection for itself, so that's kind of nice. It is a little redundant because he does have like impermanence, but you never know what your opponent's going to throw at you. They might throw at, you know, a whole bunch of disruption and stuff like that. So better safe than sorry. Anyways, the Shino Baroness Peacock's going to be negated by the impermanence. Fair enough. Just sets 2. Attacks the copy of Lambda, then passes to his opponent, and he's going to try to go for a game here. Gets close with the Dora. Dora is going to be shut down. If Dora would have gotten the effect off, maybe this could have, or excuse me, I keep saying Dora, Libe. If Libe would have gotten the effect off, maybe this could have been a little different, but I digress. He's going to attack for some big damage. Actually, it was never even close for a game. He would have done, even if he did 2,000 more damage, he would have still had, what, 4,500 life points, and it looks like the Shino Baron Peacock is going to bounce everything. He's going to get in almost lethal damage and leaves his opponent with 1,500 life points, or 1,200. Now, the thing about this is, you know that these ritual players or these Gishki players, you know that they want to use Zilgagas basically every single turn. But my question is, would you use Zilgagas if you only had 1,200 life points? Because now you're leaving yourself at 200. Your margin for error is non-existent, which, I mean, maybe it'll work out for him, but he is going to drop a bunch of Zilgagas. And actually, you know what? I'm going to put the betting odds right now, guys. I put the over-under at 2.5 Zilgagas. Do you guys think he'll summon under that or higher than that? Let's see exactly how many he's going to summon. I think he is going to go for the second Zilgagas right now. So yes, that would be the second one, but looks like he is not done yet after that salvage, which gives him a bunch of resources back. He should be able to drop a third Zilgagas, do some burn damage, and go for a copy of Libe. Problem is, if he activates Libe's effect, guys, he won't be able to attack with other monsters. So this is a little bit of a catch-22. Looks like he probably is just going to attack with Libe. He needs to get rid of them damn tokens. If only she had piercing damage, dude. If Libe had piercing damage, she'd be so nuts. He's going to attack over the tokens, attacks over the incantation, but leaves his opponent with 500 life points. Main phase 2 activates Libe's effect to be 6,000, but the Shino birds are just too strong. I think he's going to summon Shino Baron Peacock and bounce everything, or well, almost everything, and simply attack for game. So unfortunate. He came so close, man. You got to run like Big Bang Shot or something like that. Man, Libe, if only you had piercing damage, this duel would have been over, but I guess it was over anyways. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, give video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.